Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. First, the headlines. Justice Marian Anene orders remand of embattled former KOGI State Governor Yahaya Bello in EFCC custody. Delta State House of Assembly Speaker Right Honorable Emomotimi Guo narrowly escapes death in boat mishap after engaging with constituents at Warri. Davido reacts to the backlash, says critics are angry because entertainers are the real ambassadors. I'm Gloria Atta with these and more. Welcome. Following his arraignment at the Federal Capital Territory High Court on Wednesday, the embattled former KOGI State Governor took over crowd control of the courtroom when Justice Marian Anene, who came in to take the plea of the former governor and his co-defendants, rose abruptly and announced not to come back until there was sanity in the courtroom. Shortly after the judge left the courtroom, Bello, who sat in the front of the courtroom, stood up and moved to the surging crowd and immediately directed his followers and sympathizers to vacate their seats and leave the courtroom. Bello's actions doused the tension without resistance as the followers left the courtroom one after the other. To ensure sanity in the courtroom, the former governor sat at the entrance to the courtroom and ensured that none of his followers disobeyed the orders of the court. Meanwhile, Kemi Pinheiro's son is leading the federal government legal team for the arraignment, while Joseph Dauda's son leads the legal team of the former governor in the 16-count charges. Meanwhile, Justice Marian Anene of the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja has this Wednesday ordered the remand of the embattled former KOGI State Governor Yahaya Bello in the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The judge also adjourned till December 10, 2024 to rule on his bail application. Bello and two others, Shaibu Oricha and Abdulsalam Hudu are facing 16 counts brought against them by the EFCC. And outside the FCT, the Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Emomotimi Guo, has narrowly escaped death following a boat mishap which occurred while the Speaker was returning to Asaba through Warri after engaging with constituents. The Chief Press Secretary to the Speaker, Nkem Nweke, confirmed that his principal was one of the survivors of the boat accident which claimed 5 lives in the state on Tuesday. Recall that 5 persons were said to have lost their lives, while 6 were injured and 20 persons still missing after the devastating boat accident in the Warri South local government area of the state. Nweke, in a statement on Wednesday, said the Speaker is yet to recover from the shock and expressed deep sadness over the tragic incident. May their souls rest in peace. Now, in search of a better life, many Nigerians go through a lot trying to find greener pastures, with some losing their lives in the process. This is the story of Martha, a 33-year-old mother of 2 from Imo State, who embarked on a treacherous journey to Italy through the deserts of Libya. Her story speaks of desperation and resilience of many Nigerian migrants who risk everything for a chance at a brighter future. The report.
With her husband struggling to make ends meet and 2 young children to provide for, Martha felt compelled to seek better opportunities abroad. Her decision was based on the enticing promise of a more stable and prosperous life in Italy. she met a man said to be a linked man who promised to facilitate her journey to Libya and eventually Italy.
It wasn't the way they tell us. So in that night, we enter another car. We have leave the bus. They not call another one. That one not took us to Cotonou. Because they mention the name. We reach one place, we slept there. In the night, in the morning, another bus again. I was so surprised. I thought you people say we enter flight. So table, handbag, everything was carry. I don tire, I don with koi shoe. I don even tire for the load. I swear. So I was just watching God. This car Europe now with leg again. So before we know, there's a place we reach. They will say, okay, you cover yourself. That is how the journey was before we get to Libya. We get to Libya. Yes, his house. So in that Zwara, that one sef was upstairs. It's all this Muslim men will be coming to bring food for us, but who will be the one cooking it? We stayed there 5 days. They now told us that they are taking us to Riverside, because me I have crossed my mind. I want to see. I want to go to the Robert. What is powerful me? They say we will enter flight, but this one the journey is going no flight.
Traveling in a convoy of vehicles packed tightly with other migrants and forced to endure extreme temperatures, dehydration, and hunger was a horrifying experience for Martha, whose group was at the mercy of their smugglers who demanded exorbitant fees and subjected them to physical and emotional abuses.
Even when we in the desert, it was so bad in the desert, that Sahara desert. God, that one is like we spend 1 month in that just for the desert. They say that place you lose your hair, only your hair. If you have attachment, you have to lose it. No earring, no bangle, no all this makeup. You cannot even take it to the place because they say it's dry land, big river, and when you step inside, you will feel something different, that yes, this is a river that dry, because all these stone that they are selling for us in the market we're using to wash our clothes, the stones full down there and dry wool, and they say no rain is falling in that place. To confirm that there's no a drop of rain in that very desert, all the stones are black like charcoal, but it's not charcoal, but that is how the color is. So it was so terrible, and that is where we see all these soldiers that covered themselves in that place. And there was so terrible because they will be coming to pick the people that have bad mind on me. I was just going say I want to see. Reach that place, it's only then they will come. When gas finish for cooking, they will go and buy gas. We are not coming out because where to urinate and bath is there. We are inside not coming. No, inside the house. Mm-hmm.
As they set out on a journey across the Mediterranean Sea, Marta finally secured a spot on a migrant boat headed for Italy after months of living in limbo. From being in an overcrowded boat prone to capsizing, Martha witnessed firsthand the horrors of the sea as several of her fellow passengers perished in the waters.
Endurance said that a mother from home said, I don't know how that hearing because we are not with phone. He say the mother say him don lose something. Would say today they have read the sea because the Mediterranean Sea used to disturb. So they have read the weather, that they have read 3 days weather when the weather will be calm. So they are pushing people to the river today. Stop one place. Then them too, they came with a helicopter first. They now from there and be throwing water down and some sachet that give strength. And give strength. They were giving us. They now told us that Italian boats are coming and Tunisia boats are coming, but this is the difference between this one, their color, so that we no go enter the Tunisia. And by then everybody is tired. Imagine 3 days, no peace. The bread, the onza bread they bought in Libya have already soaked in the water. So the people that are thirsty, they will packing it because some people urinate inside it. Where do you want to go and urinate? You cannot stand because the boat is this balloon, but it's thick, like they pump it. So when they now came, they start rescuing us, helping us from that our own. to their own, those one that be like house. There's one that nurses, those people that are pregnant, they want to go and deliver in Europe, they will take them to another place. That's how they rescue all of us one after the other to their big ship. We now see their police, we now know that it's internet. We start happy that we are going there. So they now told us in this place they rescue us inside this river that it still remain like 8 hours before we can get to Italy.
Martha's story highlights the dangers and challenges faced by migrants from the desert crossing to the Mediterranean Sea experience as the world grapples with the complexity of migration. Martha's story serves as a reminder of the human cost of this journey and the need for more humane and sustainable solutions. Florence Joshua reporting for Clearview News Desk.
The sight of politicians returning back to their normal lives after holding a public office is a very rare occurrence in Nigeria. The former Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy-Ohaneye, has pleasantly surprised many Nigerians after sharing pictures of herself in a court gown and wig to represent a 5-year-old girl who was allegedly sexually abused by her class teacher. This comes just a month after her removal from office by President Bola Tinubu as part of a major cabinet reshuffle that saw 4 other ministers leaving the cabinet. In a post on X on Monday, Kennedy-Ohaneye, a lawyer and advocate for women's rights, reiterated her commitment to fighting for a better society and eradicating all forms of abuse against vulnerable Nigerians, including children. It is against this background that Clearview presents you this profile spotlight on the life of Nigeria's former Women Affairs Minister, Barrister Uju Kennedy-Ohaneye. Born on 23rd December 1973, Uju Kennedy-Ohaneye is a Nigerian lawyer, entrepreneur, politician and film producer who attended the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where she bagged a Bachelor of Laws degree in 1996 and was admitted to the Nigerian bar in 1997. Thereafter, she proceeded to the University of Abuja, where she earned her Master of Laws degree in 2002. Kennedy-Ohaneye is a practicing lawyer and a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. She is also involved in real estate and the education sector. As the CEO of Uju Kennedy-Ohaneye & Co., she provides legal services to individuals and corporations. She is also the founder and head of Uju Kennedy-Ohaneye Academy, a private educational institution. Added to her achievements, Uju Kennedy-Ohaneye sojourned the Nigerian film industry, Nollywood, as a producer. Her portfolio in the film industry includes titles such as Mama on Board, The Senator, The Governor, and The President. She is also the president of the Association of Nollywood Producers. Uju Kennedy-Ohaneye's political journey began after she joined the All Progressives Congress (APC) in 2015 and declared her candidacy for the Nigerian presidency in the 2023 general elections, making history as the first woman to do so under the APC. Her campaign emphasized women's empowerment, economic development, security, and anti-corruption. She, however, opted to step down from the presidential race and publicly endorsed the candidacy of Bola Tinubu, the former governor of Lagos State. On 21st August 2023, she was appointed as the Minister of Women Affairs by President Bola Tinubu, succeeding Pauline Tallen, who resigned for health reasons. Uju Kennedy-Ohaneye became the third woman to hold this position after Aisha Al-Hassan and Pauline Tallen. As the Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy-Ohaneye pledged to focus on eradicating gender-based violence and enhancing women's economic empowerment in Nigeria. She also advocated for increased female representation in leadership roles and the implementation of the National Gender Policy term.
I have no problem with anybody. I have no problem with any religion. All I want is, please don't tamper with my children. Don't tamper with my women. President has said, let them breathe. Allow the poor to breathe. Don't suffocate the poor. If you try to suffocate my children, or you try to deprive them from breathing, and they call on me, I will turn a mother hen and I will come after that person.
Her term as minister, however, came to an abrupt end following a major cabinet reshuffle by President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday, October 23, which saw her dismissal and 4 other ministers. Barely a month after her dismissal, Uju Kennedy Ohaneye returned to court to represent a 5-year-old girl who was allegedly sexually abused by her class teacher, reaffirming her commitment to justice for the poor and vulnerable in the society.
We called to give a support to my 4-year-old child who has been defiled and sodomized by the teacher. So I decided to come to court. She's been calling me, "Mommy, will you come? Will you come and support me?" So I'm here today to introduce myself to the court and see if they will allow me to act as a friend of the court, so that I'll be able to support this child and follow up on the matter. I don't want that there's no way I could have abandoned these children, that I started the case while I was a minister because of any reason. I will not abandon them. I will follow up on all the cases I started until it gets to the end.
The wife and mother of 4 has since garnered accolades from Nigerians for her courage and relentless dedication to the pursuit of justice. Afrobeat star Davido has hinted that his much-anticipated December show in Nigeria is being threatened to be cancelled following his controversial remarks about the country's economy. Recall that Davido had, on an American podcast, Big Homie's House, warned US-based Nigerians against contemplating relocation to Africa, especially Nigeria, saying the country's economy is in shambles. His remarks earned backlash, with prominent Nigerians, including Joe Ibukwe, Rino Omokri, and others publicly berating him. Reacting to the backlash, Davido claimed his critics are angry because entertainers are the real ambassadors. In another post, Davido alleged that there are threats to cancel his show in Lagos this December over his remarks. If you are just joining us, you're watching the news on Clearview News Desk. We will be back after this break. Stay with us.
We break the news.
This is Christ Embassy.
Recollect, we were the first to break this. Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of Kano State has approved the appointment of 3 second-class emirs. And this?
Erasmus is the most successful program of the European Union to support education and youth.
And this?
Fubara is not an ungrateful person.
And more.
Tension is currently mounting in Rivers State. The planned arraignment of Yahaya Bello.
Across our platforms. Subscribe now and you will be receiving our notifications and never left out as the news breaks on Clearview.
You're welcome back. The stereotype portraying Nigerians as victims of corruption, poor leadership, poverty, diseases, conflicts, and many other vices has remained a disturbing phenomenon for several years. Despite all the negative narratives, Nigerians have continued to thrive and make impact globally. Today, Clearview News Desk congratulates 4 Nigerians in diaspora over their election victory into various elective positions. Clearview News' Imifonokon has the details.
The successes of Nigerians, home and abroad, is a clear indication that there is a whole lot more to the West African nation and its people than the often peddled narratives. From their various contributions to technological advancement, to entertainment and academia, these Nigerians have positively impacted their host communities and made a difference where it matters. In the spirit of acknowledging this great achievement and highlighting the result of hard work and determination, here is an account of Nigerians making significant exploits in the diaspora. Dr. Oye Owolawa, a pharmacist, was re-elected as shadow representative of the District of Columbia in the USA on the platform of the Democratic Party. Next is Chaka Barry. Chaka is an experienced legal officer with exceptional and diverse skills in litigation, alternative dispute resolution, legislative drafting, policy development, project management, and a passionate community leader who has dedicated her life to serving others. Chaka Barre got elected into the Australian Capital Territory Legislative Assembly, covering the Kinadara district under the Liberal Party. On his part, Segun Adeyina has held many high positions in Georgia for over 25 years, having worked in IT program and project management for Fortune 500 companies across multiple industries. Segun was re-elected as state representative of the District 110, Georgia, USA. While Nigerian-American businessman and politician Adeyemi Mobolade was elected as the 42nd mayor of Colorado Springs, USA, his election has been described historically in Colorado Springs for being the first black to be elected into the position. Adeyemi was elected as the mayor of Colorado Springs in 2023, making history as the first black person to attain such a feat. While hailing their victory at the polls, Clearview News urged them to maintain their resilience in the course of their respective duties. Imefon Okon reporting for Clearview News.
And now to entertainment. Nigerian singer Joeboy has advised his fans not to allow social media to define their values. Joeboy gave the warning while speaking about the unrealistic expectations seen on the internet. The singer noted that images and posts on social media are not always true. He urged the public to avoid comparing their lives to the perfect posts and images they see on the internet. Speaking in a post on his X handle, Joeboy noted that people lie a lot. And that's the news. But before we go, a recap of the top stories. Justice Marian Anene of the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja has this Wednesday ordered the remand of the embattled former KOGI State Governor, Yahaya Bello, in the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Emomotimi Guor, has narrowly escaped death following a boat mishap which occurred while the Speaker was returning to Asaba. Afrobeat star Davido reacted to the backlash over his recent comment on Nigeria's economy, claiming his critics are angry because entertainers are the real ambassadors. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for joining us. I am Gloria Atta. Bye for now.